Yo, my sisters, my bros. This is Iris from Night Tapes. Just wanted to say thank you so much for all the good feedback / just good vibes under the loner video and drifting video. Just kind of wanted to speak a little bit more about experience, I guess, because the song is about 3 different versions of me. The new EP is gonna be about different versions of ourselves. So it's kind of like honoring the different versions that I've been, because I've definitely gone through phases of being like super regretful and super probably not kind to earlier versions of myself. But I think I'm coming to somewhat of acceptance and forgiveness, and I think that's good for my mental health. Lol. Anyways, so loner. There have been different versions of me when I was a loner. One of them definitely was the teenage years. So I'm venturing so far back. But I think a lot of peeps go through that time of when you're discovering yourself, and actually like to be alone and to be able to process all the changes. I think it's probably rather good than not good. Definitely listen to lots of music by myself, and fortunately I had acne and I was eating way too many cheese sandwiches, so I didn't go on dates or parties or anything, which was good. Acne kind of like shielded me from, I don't know, not grinding really. So through my teenage years I was probably the most productive I've ever been. So tired, so sleep deprived. So sleep deprived to the point of like I just didn't have time or like mental capacity to talk to people, which made probably even added to why I became in some ways like quite a loner in my teenage years. But it was good, because I could just focus on singing, writing lyrics. I tried to get into production by playing around with Reason. Reason, anyone? Cubase, Audacity, yeah. If I could go back and say something to my teenage self, I would be like, yo girl, what you're doing is good, but if you would go and like work out or like find a way to move your body and to regulate your dopamine through sports, you'd probably not be so up and down all the time. Because damn, so up and down, like all the time. So yeah, that was a good loner era. I'm really happy I had that. And then the second loner era I had was when I came to London. I came to London in my early 20s, and just the life I had in Estonia just ended quite abruptly. Like, at one point I was telling to the head of our uni course, like kind of the, the dude you go speak to when you need an extension for your essays. I was like, I'm so sorry, I just can't do these essays. I'm broke, I'm ill, I'm homeless, I've just broken up. I just can't do these essays. And then he was like, fair enough. So that was another time where for the first time ever, I really felt alone. Like, alone in a different land, in a different life, the last life you had has ended quite abruptly, and you're just alone. And I'm lucky that I got to go back to Estonia for a bit in the summer. That summer was a brutal summer in many ways, but very, very good. Again, reclaiming myself, reclaiming a room for myself, beginning a totally different life. And that was also the time where I tried my best to do music, but Maslow hierarchy of needs. It's like you need a room first to make music. You need to fulfill your needs, like eating. You need to be able to eat. You need to feel safe. I've discovered I can't really make music when I don't have my roots down. Although having that time, I appreciate having a time when I was uprooted, and I appreciate it now, the times of chaos and loneliness and things not going my way, because it just makes for good music, I think, in the end. Like, just having a little bit of an adventure and not being on the solid ground all the time, and gaining perspective. So even if you are afraid of that, I would still say take the adventure and learn how to be okay to be with yourself. And then there was a third era of lonerism for me when I was like in mid-20s, and I had a room which I had to at one point let go of because it was too expensive. I couldn't really afford doing that. But when I was about 25, 26, I decided that I will become a producer now, and I will like take this very seriously and not come out of this room / cave until I'm ready to release music that only I have made. Only I, like, needed everything to be recorded, produced, and played in and all that stuff. I was like, I need to do it myself because I need to show people that I can, because I'm not good enough as a musician if I just sing, which was dumb. That kind of lonerism, I look back and I'm like, that was just pure ego, girl. But quite recently, someone reminded me why as well I did it, was also that all these I think it's changing now. It's not as it used to be. You only get some kind of I'm going there now. I'm just gonna say it. I'm going there. I'm gonna have a little rant about being a woman in this industry, where mostly I have to say mostly I deal with males. But love the boys, lots of love, and I'm so lucky and blessed that I've had really awesome people around me, always. Like, music people, they've always been very supportive. Like Max and Richie inspire me like hell, basically, to become better at what I do, and they've never been in any ways like sexist to me. But people from the outside who don't know how the music business, I don't know, people from the outside, I guess, who know how the music business works but aren't musicians per se, or aren't doing it like full on, maybe. All these like little things of like, but who wrote this really, or like, it's just but like, who's the actual writer of this, or wow, you're such an unconventional girl. You send yourself with a guitar. Like, where's your musician? to come and help you out now. At times these have all been things that have been actually said to me, and I guess these things kind of piled up. And when I went to uni and I learned about feminism, and I did like a girl punk band with my friends Katrina and Maya called Peppermint. It was all about trying to free myself from myself, really, because I just kind of also understood that some of these things had like integrated into me. Like I was like, every time I opened the computer, I had to be like, no, I'm not breaking this computer. Like, I'm fine with technology. I'm not, but like trying to undo the conditioning, just that means that it just took so much longer for me than maybe it would have if I wouldn't have had the conditioning of like, A, you're not good with technology, and B, just you don't even have to like think about production, like let the boys handle it. And that's something that was kind of that was definitely something that I used to think when I was younger. And then I went to uni, and then I was like, oh shit, that's not helpful, not useful at all to think. And then I tried to do everything by myself, and I did end up like making songs that I was really happy with after years. Like making a song took a year. Whilst with Loner, like it took a month. I laid down some beats, did my song idea, and played the guitars, the synths, and had a song. And then Max came in, laid down some sweet bass, and then we showed it to Richie, and Richie like played the guitars that only he can play, and like added so much awesome texture, and so the song came together in a month, and so nicely and easily, because like the things that I am not amazing at, the boys are amazing at, like production, incorporated mixing, because if you haven't noticed, like mixing kind of is a big part of our production as well. And like Nathan Body, who has mixed some of our tracks, always like takes it to like 10%, like 20%, like just higher, but production's really important to us, and mixing's kind of integrated into that. And if I would try to learn mixing as a thing, I think I wouldn't release anything for the next 10 years, which is not helpful. I think actually from that era of lonerism, I learned to ask for help at the right time. Like, to ask for help at the right time is just necessary. And there, you can go to the long way round, or you can take some shortcuts. And the shortcuts is that, like, most good things are usually made by a village of people. Teamwork makes the dream work. Things take faster when you work with people you vibe with, and who can, like, just add to what you're doing and surprise you, and you can be surprised, and you don't have to do it by yourself to just prove that you're worthy of being alive. or that you're worthy of being a musician, which is definitely a phase that I went through. And for that, I would suggest, if you're feeling lonely and overwhelmed with what you're doing, ask for help. It's okay not to have it, it's okay not to be genius when you're fucking 20, like, it's okay to like, who's gonna really, unless they are a genius, which is rare, and usually it's a second generation musician who is, who has already had indoctrination from, the parents who've already been in music and stuff. But if you haven't done that and you want to be a musician, you really don't have to, you don't have to do it by yourself. If you want to, just make music. It can be fun. So much more fun with other people, I think. For me, I've kind of understood about myself. I love making music with people. I love making music fast. I'm really happy that I can express my ideas now. Like, I don't need to make music with anyone, which is what I which is the good thing that I got from that era of lonerism. Like, I can make stuff by myself that I'm happy with. I don't need to work with anyone, but I really want to. So much more fun and so much more surprising, and just I feel like there was an era where everything was kind of geared towards people having to do everything by themselves or with only computers. And then, you know, it's good when you can, but you don't have to. Like, just in the end of it, is it about the ego or is it about the song, you know? And I think songs just want to be born. They just want to come out into this world and go spread and you know, inhabit people's heads as little hooks and have their own stories. And I hope that if there are people who are, I mean, sure, there's a balance to be had between, like, you know, grinding your own skill, you know, working on your own skills, being alone. But you don't have to do it in a way that's really bad for your life. And, like, people are herd animals. You know, we used to be in a herd. There's a legit fear of being left out in the from the herd because, you know, you just get eaten. You just be there. We're stronger in numbers, and our brains are, you know, it's easier to bounce ideas between people, and finishing projects so much more easier with other people. Someone to push you through, someone to be like, yo, you're overthinking, or like, yeah, this is actually done now. Just stop going around in circles, you're making the track worse. You know? So to that era of lonerism, if you are, you know, grinding by yourself, good on you, but just let you know, it doesn't have to be that hard. And you can learn from people. I think I've actually learned way much from working with Richie and Max and all the producers and you know, musicians that I've had the absolute pleasure of working with before I came to London as well. So, just saying, it doesn't have to be hard. Things can be a bit easier. And yeah, to all you loners out there, have an awesome time vibing out with yourself. Gotta love vibing out by yourself, with yourself. And thanks for listening and tuning in. And I hope to see you at actual gigs. We need to figure out how to have more real life things going on, because it's good for our eyesight to go outside, you know, look into the distance. But also, it would be also good to just real life. The body needs real life. Our bodies are very important. And again, I would love to have gigs where it's more like a ritual and more of a gathering and a celebration. So it's nice to be all digital and all that. Nice? Is it nice? Is it nice to be digital? I don't know. It's new. So yeah, hopefully see you in real life. Rock on. Thanks for listening.